Up here in Beijing called Bifubao, which is a secure wallet service. And Jack's actually an American citizen who has lived in China for about 4 years now, 2 years, right? And I'd just like to talk to him about his experiences here, running startups, that kind of thing. So, yeah, Jack, tell us your story. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Thanks, Sean. I was a lawyer in Silicon Valley for a while, but I moved out to China a couple years ago and got into Bitcoin and decided to do a Bitcoin startup. And I used to study engineering back in college, so it wasn't it was transition, but it wasn't totally out of left field. Yeah.
And what brought you back here to China?
Mainly the opportunity. I wanted to make a change and I wanted to experience China. I thought it was a really interesting market, really good opportunities, and it's also sort of connected to my heritage. So,
somewhat. All right, and now tell us a little bit about your current project, which is the secure wallet Bifubao. That's your startup, right?
Right. So our wallet, Bifubao, it's also available in English, called Bitfoo, Bitfoo. Like you said, we're basically a consumer-facing wallet. We want to make Bitcoin really, really accessible and easy for consumers to use. So we build in a lot of features that make it extremely easy for someone to sign on, to send Bitcoins, to receive Bitcoins. You can send Bitcoins to your friends just using an email address, their cell phone, and you can manage contact lists and things like that. But we think right now it's just been very difficult to on-ramp mainstream users because of how difficult it is for people to feel secure using Bitcoin. And so we designed the wallet to be really easy and try to get as many people on board as possible. We also included some cool features such as you can add vanity addresses right to your Bitcoin account.
You're also one of the first services to introduce a cryptographic proof of reserves system as well. How does that work?
Everybody knows the Mt. Gox story and how it blew up spectacularly. After that, we decided we want to we have a sort of an off-chain style wallet in which we manage private keys for our users, and so it's very important for us to prove to our users that we're not doing anything with their bitcoins and that we have all the bitcoins that we say we do. So we designed a cryptographic proof of reserve system based upon an idea that a Bitcoin developer named Greg Maxwell introduced, and basically it lets the users know that we have all their Bitcoins. We publish our cold wallet address so everybody can see our Bitcoin balances. We have about over 8,000 Bitcoins now in our system. Any user can verify that we have all the Bitcoins that we say we do.
All right then, and you're a startup based here in China, so who are your main target markets? Are they here in China or are they overseas somewhere?
My view is that Bitcoin is inherently a global product, and obviously there are certain markets that are better for Bitcoin than others. But we want to target a global market, so we're internationalizing as fast as we can, and we just came out with an English version about a couple weeks ago, and we're going to try to make a push into the global market.
Thanks, and I think you have kind of a unique perspective here, being an American Chinese, living and working in China and running a startup here. In your opinion, what are the main challenges for small Chinese startups looking to gain attention outside of China?
It's rare that a Chinese startup or a Chinese company actually does well outside of the Chinese market. There's just a lot of differences between the Chinese market and the Chinese consumer, and consumers say in the United States. There's also sometimes there's political differences between the countries, and it causes tension. And there's maybe an inherent sense of distrust occasionally, and especially in the Bitcoin space where you have tons of companies that go bankrupt or disappear with funds. So trust is very important, and we need to establish a professional sort of operations including doing things like proof of reserves, being public, letting people see our faces and know that we're not some shady people who are just operating a fly-by-night operation. As any company that tries to target a large market knows, you have to. There are a lot of challenges with creating a product that many people from many different backgrounds can love, and hopefully we can surmount those challenges.
Sure. I'd just like to throw one last one at you. With all that's been going on lately, what do you think is the future for Bitcoin here in China?
The future market in Bitcoin it's interesting. I mean, we talked to a lot of people in the industry about it, and we have our own thoughts. I think Bitcoin. China has declared Bitcoin to be a legal virtual property. I think it's going to be there. Now, how big the market is, obviously, the recent actions are going to limit it. And that's one of the reasons we're looking globally as well. I think over the long term, and this has happened before in other industries, such as the internet, as soon as the industry matures and governments, like especially the Chinese government, figures out a way to, monitor and control its use, I think it'll become something that, it's not going anywhere. It's going to be here. It's just a matter of how, the Weibo story is similar, in which the first few Twitter clones in China failed because they were closed down by the government. Now, eventually, after the government, figured out how to manage it, they allowed a company to, grow and become, Weibo, which is a huge company today.
All right, good to have some optimism at the end there. Thanks a lot, Jack Wang.
Thank you.